Grandview, we got to meet Travis Sanheim and Ryan Pollock, which was pretty sweet. They were out at the show. Joey lost the shotgun on stage to Travis Sanheim.
Oh, crushed me.
And this was after
But then
we
that was before I knew he was
playing.
Yeah.
We ripped Flyers fans and then found out he plays for the Flyers.
Yeah, it was totally before I knew he played for the Flyers.
Flyers are the worst fans in the world.
Just absolute
Absolute
garbage fan. Eagles fans are terrible.
And then
So
Ryan
he's like, oh yeah, he plays hockey too. Oh, who do you play for? Flyers.
They're like, well, give me a deal with the Preds. I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah, and then we ended up, Ryan and his cousin invited us to a garage party, so me and Joey ended up going to that. It was the brightest place I've ever seen. And it was like dark at night. We walked to this place, and then walked in, it was so bright. And people were there, and the girl came in and was like, hey, it's Manny Blu Band! And everyone turned around and was like, oh. Yeah, y'all play tonight, cool. And then going back to the conversations, we were like, okay.
No one cared at all.
All right. And then someone put X on my heart on the thing. They're like, sing, Manny, sing. I'm not going to do that.
Don't do that.
To the Bluetooth speaker.
Don't care if your friends are watching us. Can't help it, can't get enough of your smile, your skin, your touch, baby.
Well, you know the drink Yoo-Hoo is not a thing in Canada. It's just nowhere. It just doesn't exist there. I don't know why.
Because it's sugar water and they
That's
they're healthy.
Standards there.
But damn, is it delicious. And in one of his songs, he says, ain't no match for you. But the way he says you, he's like, ain't no match for you. So my mom, the angel she is, smuggled Yoo-Hoo into the country when we played Niagara Falls, and they came up. And then the following show after that, we were actually back in Toronto.
Yeah, we're in Toronto.
In a metal bar.
Yeah,
That was weird.
Yep.
And he's playing that song, and like we all go right up front, right in front of George's mic.
He
and
looked at
says
us
that
like,
we're
oh,
all
no.
holding like boxes and cans of Yoo-Hoo, right when he says that line. And like,
Well, we walked up and we were hiding it. And then,
Yeah.
so we walked up right to the front of his
He knew
front of his
something was
mic,
coming.
and he knew something was up because he looked at us and kind of gave us a grin, like, "What are you guys
you
arguing?"
could see him like trying to not smile because he sees like these 5 doofuses right up front.
Right up front.
And he's like looking down, is like the shadow from his hat's covering half his face.
Yeah.
You know, and he just cracks his grin, and then like the other guys in the band like they thought it was funny.
Well, then we put him on stage afterwards, and George had that table that we were all able to sit at during the set, and
Yeah.
Charlie he drank like 2 of them.
Dude,
Charlie
they all
Major.
liked it. They all thought it was delicious.
It's not to like, it's sugar milk.
Sugar.
Sugar milk.
It doesn't say chocolate milk on it.
It says chocolate
Yeah,
drink.
there's-
Chocolate dairy drink.
there is no milk in that.
Yeah, there's no,
I don't even think
there's
it says
any dairy in
dairy.
it.
Yeah, there's no milk.
It's just
in it.
chocolate water and
It is
sugar.
chocolate drink.
So let's do like party people out in Hollywood do it. Moving like surround sound, downtown music.
Manny.
Definitely, man.
Manny.
Yep.
What's in it?
Flannel.
So many
There's a lot.
Cut off flannel.
Cut off
A lot of
flannels
like
and-
sleeves, detached sleeves.
Yeah, more sleeves were thrown out on this tour.
Every time I'd
Then
open up
anything.
the trash can, there's sleeves. There they are. There's the
lot-
scissors on the table.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to just buy the shirts, like T-shirts, and cut the sleeves off, or buy the flannel, and then I didn't have the time. I didn't time manage before tour, so tour ended up being a lot of cutting sleeves off. But yeah. As far as size, Joey's got the largest wardrobe.
Oh, fat jokes.
It's not necessarily a fat joke. You're just a bigger guy.
Oh, all right, extra bacon.
Don't care if I'm moving too quick. Don't care if I jump the gun. Gotta get that first kiss, hey girl, before somebody else does.
Finger,
A
flanger
lot of
flanges.
these.
Flanges.
Warming up
Phalanges.
the
We
forearms.
started that halfway through the tour.
It's another America.
Phalange.
Yep, America's telling us
She had
about her
quite an
gym
impact,
teacher.
I guess,
yeah,
huh?
she did.
She put her stamp on this tour.
Yeah.
did.
We take a shot all together.
Take a shot. And then Mitch is the preacher. He says a prayer.
Mitch has a prayer. We get going.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a fun thing to do. Just every show, especially on this the last tour, every show was a little different. The environment was different, and the venues were different. But it's kind of a fun thing to be able to have and be able to do. no matter what, and we kind of get in a rhythm of for ourselves. Well, I thought it was pretty important for us, just to kind of have something constant, something the same at every show.
Hey, it's 11:59 Central Standard Time, but we ain't gotta be no Cinderella.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch.
James, 8 o'clock in the morning playing FIFA.
Yeah. Well, nobody's watching TV, so I get the TV in the morning.
Yeah, a lot of Switch, a lot of Netflix.
A lot
We
of
watched a
Netflix,
lot of
Big
Netflix
Yeah,
all
we
together.
watched a lot of Big Mouth.
Big Mouth, Family Guy,
Yeah.
and towards the end, y'all were watching the Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
Blinders. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, mainly we just
Going to sports
joke
bars.
with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of sports.
All you
bars.
can eat sushi.
Yankees.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
all you can eat.
Oh,
is
yeah.
So what was the
I think it
the
was
most we ate between 5 people?
200 pieces of
200.
sushi.
No, it was like
It was-
250.
No, it was like 254.
250.
we didn't-
Yeah.
no.
It
It
was.
might have been a little less. It might have been like 220, 230.
It was like 200 pieces of sushi, but then we also got ice cream and we also
And
got
then
ice cream and
the
salads
salad
and
and
soup.
and a salmon head.
So I, by the way, did, yeah,
James ate a literal fried salmon head.
I ate the cheeks. That's it. Because the cheek
clarify.
meat is really good. The rest of that smelled terrible.
Yes.
James
You
he
accomplished-
loves eating cheeks.
You accomplished
I
it.
thought it would be funny that, and then I ordered it, and it didn't come out for like a half an hour, and then I forgot. And then they just plop it right down on the table. I'm like, okay.
And Manny's petrified. What the hell is that?
I saw it upside
salmon
down,
head.
and I think it was turned over. And when he turned it back, I mean, I figured out what it was. It looked disgusting either way.
Yeah.
But when he turned it over, I figured out what it was. But I just saw it, and it was dark. It was like a blackish color with the fried all over it, and it was just.
It was a little gnarly.
It looked
smell.
like dirty mold. Is what it looked like.
It didn't look like dirty
an
mold.
eyeball.
You just don't like fish.
I don't, but it looked like dirty mold in my opinion. Then
And
he
it's
turned it
not a
over and
sushi
started eating it, and I was like, all right, well, it's a thing you do, I guess. But at first, when they first brought it down, you can't tell me it did not look like dirty
It
mold.
was pretty. It was.
It was
What
bad.
was,
Was not
what was good
appetizing,
was
for
watching
sure.
you
the
watch
cheeks
him
were
eat
good.
it.
That was the whole
Yeah.
reason he ordered the dang thing.
3-bedroom with a wraparound, grass coming up, the roots going down, branches on a family tree.
I did like the Blue Jays, the Yankees game though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yep.
Oh yeah.
That was a good day.
That was
Yeah.
a really
That was
good.
Oh
really
yeah.
good.
That was a day off.
Yeah.
We went to the Blue Jays game, watched the Yankees.
Yep.
All right.
Saw Aaron Judge hit a home run live, which was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That
Blue
was the
Jays
most
won.
beautiful home run you'll ever see in your life. Is an Aaron Judge home run.
But the Blue
I
Jays
got to
beat
see the
them.
Yankees lose, so
But
it was.
the Yankees lost. Yeah.
The Yankees did lose. So that was. There's some interesting characters that go there.
Which is why it's not my vote for best day off.
Hey, we had a good time after that though. We went to that arcade bar.
Yeah.
Oh.
We met
Yeah,
up
it was
with-
like a classic Dave and Buster's.
Among
Yeah.
other things.
It was like it was a high class Dave and Buster's. They had weird like
That
party
place
games.
It
was
was
way
high
too
class.
much for me.
I got to meet up with my buddy from home. Murray was there, so we got to see him a little bit, and it's cool to be able to be on tour and then meet up with some friends, kind of use the day off and really have some fun. So I think that was a good day.
It was a good day.
It was a good day.
I just call it like I see it when I see you. Truth to miles can be tonight.
Off the record, my favorite one to play is X on My Heart.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I think we add something to it at the end on a live show where I just think the song itself is just a high energy, fun song to sing,
Yeah.
which is the reason I want to choose it.
Yeah.
So that off the record has to be my favorite song to play.
Does it have to be off this record?
I think my favorite cover is probably something like that, Tim McGraw.
That's a fun one.
That's always a fun song. We used to open with it, and now we have it more towards the end of the set. But it's every time that song comes on, or Joey starts that drum. Actually, we started playing the piano part at the beginning.
Yeah, we kind of made a little intro there for it.
And every time we start that, it's just like, here we go. So that's for sure my two favorites.
Girl, I'm just saying, no, I ain't playing. Yeah, I'm falling in love with you, no makeup. Just woke up crawling out of bed. Oh yeah.
Well, True Music Room was the first place I got to play in Nashville.
Oh really?
Yeah, I hadn't played in Nashville till that, so that was a fun thing to get to do. I think the space itself is unreal. I think the stage is really well set up, and the sound, the acoustics in here are pretty sweet. So we got to play here 3 times. I did my album. We chose to do our album release party here because of that. And I think it's fun even just to come watch shows. We had the awards here the other night, and people were performing, and it always sounds good at any spot within the room. It sounds good. So Chew Music Room is an awesome spot, and we were lucky enough to play it 3 times this year. So hopefully we want to come back and keep filling it up and keep playing here.
And any venue that gives the artist free parking is. Thank you.
Really great.
Yeah.